Hello everybody, Paul here. It's been a couple months since I've put up any videos. It's been busy with summer vacations and work and everything, and I just haven't had time to get around to put up a video, but I thought I would put one up today. So today I'm going to do a shave of the day with a soap. This is a relatively new soap, at least this particular scent. This is the Mystic Waters Egyptian Dragon. And this is a real nice smelling soap. This is kind of to me, smells like a floral, musky sort of scent, and it's a really nice scent for summertime. Really enjoyed this one quite a bit, and I believe this is the new formulation for Mystic Water soap. Historically they've had a bit of a reputation being kind of finicky to lather. I've not had a lot of trouble with them, and kind of gotten used to them, and they work really good for me. And this one so far has been pretty good. It's been fairly easy to lather. I haven't had any issues with it, so I'm going to go ahead and use that today. And for my brush, I'm using the Pav Tulip with a Plisson knot, and I'm just going to go ahead and load the soap, and I'm just going to do this off camera because it's kind of, I want to do it over the sink because it's kind of messy. I just pulled the brush out of a little jar of water there where I was soaking it, and I didn't shake any water out. I just went right to the soap puck, and I did have the soap, some water sitting on the soap puck just to soften it up a bit. And there you go. Just load the pea wad out of that soap there. Just get a nice thick loading of soap on the brush, and that brush seems to work really good with this soap. And we'll go ahead and just get going here and just lather it up. You can see it forms a nice thick lather. We'll just use it all there. This, because I did load it pretty thick, you can see it's a little bit dry, so what I'll do is with this soap, I like to kind of just add water a little bit at a time until it reaches the consistency that I like. And just take a few drops of water from the sink there. Just keep adding it. Seems to lather it pretty quickly. One thing I've always enjoyed about the Mystic Water soap is that the scents on these soaps is always top notch. I mean, they're not lacking in the scent department at all. Every one of them I've ever had got a nice strong scent to it, and the soap has a very nice slickness to it, which is really enjoyable. This soap for me works great with straight razors. I really like to use this one with straight razors a lot. Today I'm just going to use it with the regular old DE razor, but I think this is a great soap for straight razor shaving just because of the slickness of it. So that looks pretty good. Got a pretty good lathering there, and really, as you can see, no problems. Lathers really pretty easily. And that's kind of been even the old ones work pretty well for me. The old Prospect Creek, I think actually that one might still be around, but the Prospect Creek in the old formulation sometimes is a little bit finicky for me. But after I used it for a while, kind of got the hang of it, and I really haven't had much problem with it. I don't really have to do anything different than I would with any of my other soaps to lather this stuff. I just basically take the wet brush and just load the brush vigorously on the puck until I get a lather forming on the puck, and then I just go ahead and finish it up on my face, and it seems to work great. One thing I did find is that I had a Mystic Water soap called Marrakesh, which is a really nice spicy scent, and that one kind of sat on the shelf for a little while, you know, kind of buried in the back while I was using other stuff. And when I pulled that out after literally probably 12 months of not ever using it, it seemed like it lathered super easy. I don't know if just the added cure time, something changed in that soap, but man, that stuff is just lathered like a beast since I pulled it out, and I've been using that fairly regularly. And that one is the old formulation, so. But this new formulation does seem like it's a little bit easier to lather. It still retains the same nice slickness as the old formulation. And it's been really good. I forgot to tell you what razor I'm using. Today I'm using this is the Feather All Stainless D2 razor. This razor has a kind of a reputation of being a very mild razor. A lot of guys don't like that. But I have found that after being into this hobby for several years, that I actually kind of enjoy a milder razor more and more as time goes on. And this razor, although it feels very mild, it's very, very efficient. And once you kind of get the hang of it and get the angle down, this thing really shaves really nice, and it's very comfortable to use. And I think the only downside with it is that it is kind of expensive. You know, it's you know, an all stainless razor, and it's a very high quality, well made razor, and with that comes a price. Today I'm also using a feather blade with the feather razor. I mean, what else are you going to use in the feather? You got to use a feather blade, right? So that pairing of the feather blade with this feather razor is, for me, just like a match made in heaven. This combination works absolutely great. It is one of the most comfortable shaving razors, and just easy to use. This is great in the morning when you're half awake. You don't even have to think about it. Just lather up and shave away, and don't have to worry about, you know, concentrating a tremendous amount on your shave. You can just get it done and get going on with your day. So as you can see, still soap nice and creamy. The lather, no bubbliness to it. That was always kind of the knock on this soap, is that it became bubbly and then the lather would fade away. But as you can see, it's still nice and thick and creamy in the brush. Absolutely no complaints with it whatsoever. So this is the third pass. So on my cheeks, I'm actually going across the grain here. On my second pass on my cheeks, I'm going actually against the grain. But on my neck here, I'm going against the grain. I have a little bit of funkiness going on right down here where the whiskers kind of grow like that. So usually what I'll do is, once I kind of come across the grain here, I'll kind of just do a little buffing in through here just to kind of clean that up a little bit. A lot of times I won't even do that. I'm getting a little, if I let my obsessive compulsiveness get the best of me, I'll try and get that cleaned up real good. But most mornings I just do the 3 passes and don't get too excited about that. So I'm just going to rinse my face off here. I'll be off camera for 1 second. And the post-shave feel with this soap is also very nice. kind of has a little bit of a moisturizing effect to it, which is very nice. And that's it. That's the shave. I think for the aftershave today I'm going to use the Phoenix Artisans Harvest Moon. This is actually one of my favorite aftershave scents that they do. This is really an awesome scent. This and the Sangre de Drago and the Low Haiku are three aftershaves that I really like. So here we go. Go ahead and just give a nice little splash of this aftershave. And the nice thing about the Phoenix Artisan aftershaves is that they're kind of even though they're labeled an aftershave cologne, they do have some pretty good longevity for a cologne. The scent for these will stick around for several hours afterwards, and actually you wouldn't even have to use any aftershave, or I'm sorry, any sort of a cologne or EDT or anything like that. If you like the scent of this will last, you know, throughout the bulk of the day. So anyways, guys, that is it. I hope you have a good weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.